Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Moses Otieno, and this is the evening ship. And inside the evening ship, I'm going to take you around the breaking news that is making headlines across the country and across the world. And I want you to join me in the whole process of making sure that we bring about sanity in whatever we do, be it in politics, be it in business, be it in the entertainment sector, and so on and so forth. So what's trending is this. What is in the headlines? Right now, CS Oparanya meets Dr. Oburu Odinga. Kwa hivyo ni mkutano ambayo imefanywa kati ya Oburu Odinga, the ODM party leader, and Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, the CS for cooperatives. The CS for cooperatives. So the CS for cooperatives has met with Dr. Oburu Odinga. Why do you think Oparanya has met with Oburu? Oburu or Oparanya has met with Oburu? CS Oparanya has met with Dr. Oburu Odinga, and inside that meeting, we have just been told that they have participated in productive discussions. So Oburu has decided, or Oparanya has met with Dr. Oburu Odinga, and in that meeting, we have just been told that they have held productive. The discussions there have been productive. There is this time, or just last year, Oparanya was part of the attendees, part of the leaders who attended Cyrus Jirongo funeral. And Oparanya hinted on quitting ODM, leaving ODM and concentrating on lawyer unity. And this year, today, just an hour ago, Oparanya met Dr. Oburu Odinga, the ODM party leader. And I think that's part of the things that they talked about is the issue of staying in the ODM party or leaving the ODM party. And they have their photos. This is what Oparanya had posted on his Twitter account. I held a consultative meeting with the ODM party leader, Senator Dr. Oburu Odinga. We engaged constructive discussions on matters of mutual interest. The tweet goes like that. So finally, Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya has met the ODM party leader, Dr. Oburu Odinga, among other things that are now happening in the corridors of politics. In the corridors of politics. P3, hi. Hello too, how are you? Yes, I'm not giving up. Never give up. I'm not giving up. Justin, Maduro transferred in New York ahead of court appearance. Maduro is the president of Venezuela, and plans are underway for him to be arraigned in court. Plans are underway for Maduro, the Venezuelan president, to be arraigned in court. What is Maduro being accused of? Okay, why did Donald Trump capture Maduro? Why was he captured, by the way? Can someone tell us why the Venezuelan president was captured? Can someone tell us? So this one is happening amid court appearance in New York. I'm 12. Wow, you are 12 years old? Another issue that we are having this evening, green light bus crash raises eyebrows. Green light bus crash raises eyebrows. 10 dead in another devastating road tragedy. So 10 people are dead in yet another devastating tragedy. We are sending our condolences to the families of those who have been affected by the road crash, by the road accident, by this bus called Green Line Bus. Green Line Bus. So that's another sad story that is trending in this evening. Yeah, that's another story that is trending this evening. Good evening from wherever you are. How are you doing? It is my hope that and pleasure that your life is moving swiftly in a positive manner. Johnny Mekaso, hi too, how are you? You are 67. What do you mean by 67? What do you mean by 67? Gachagua endorses Sifuna for 2027. So another thing that is now, that is not now, but let me focus on another what that is now. How are you faring? How are you faring? Could you please tell us where you are watching this live from? Could you please just indicate where you are watching this particular live from? So that is what is happening in the corridors of politics. Still in the corridors of politics, looming cracks in the united opposition as Gachagua Kalonzo clash on when to name 2027 presidential candidate. There are already cracks in the united opposition, and this time it is when to name the presidential candidate. For me, I think the united opposition led by Kalonzo and Gachagua should name the presidential flag bearer right away, right now. This year, 2026, they should have come up together with a presidential candidate so that they start earlier campaigns. Because when they do it in 2027, remember Ruto ni mtu ambaye amejipanga, to say so. Ruto is someone who plans his things early. So the united opposition led by Kalonzo Musyoka, Rigathi Gachagua, Fred Matiang'i, Natembeya, and the other people, other leaders, they should unveil their presidential candidate early enough so that they are prepared, so that they know their strongholds, their weak points, and so on and so forth. So they should just give us a presidential candidate now. I want to challenge Kalonzo Musyoka. I want to challenge Fred Matiang'i. I want to challenge Eugene Wamalwa, Rigathi Gachagua, Mukhisa Kitui to give us a presidential candidate. Let them give Kenyans a presidential candidate before we go to the before it is too late. Because remember, when they unveil a presidential candidate when it is too late, what will happen? There will be a lot of unpreparedness. Now, to curb that unpreparedness, they have to unveil a presidential candidate as early or as late as now. As late as now. Another issue that is now in the shockwaves is this. ODM Deputy Party Leader Mombasa Governor Abdul Swamad has called for an urgent internal meeting in ODM amid disputes. Kuna mvutano mkali sana, kuna mvutano mkubwa sana katika chama cha ODM. There are a lot of feuds and wrangles in ODM between Sifuna, the SG, and UNET, between Babu Owino and Robert Alai, between Ostosi and other people. ODM is actually in a conflicting zone. As we speak, they don't know whether they should have a presidential candidate in 2027 or not, whether they should support William Samoei Ruto's re-election or not. So, ODM Deputy Party Leader, Governor Abdul Swamad, has called for an urgent internal meeting where generally what they will talk about the unity of the party. Whether the spokesperson of the party, Lawyer Sifuna, will remain the SG or not. And this is what Cherargei said today, that this week will not end without ODM party kicking out Edwin Sifuna. How will ODM party look like? How will ODM party look like if Edwin Sifuna, Reuben Edwin Sifuna, is kicked out of the party? How will ODM party look like if Sifuna is kicked out as the Secretary General of the party? I don't know how ODM will look like. Government addresses Gachagua's appeal for Donald Trump to pick or arrest those who are involved in Minnesota fraud. Remember, there are those who embezzled funds which were meant for persons living with disabilities, among other groups who need urgent attention. And so, government has, addressed that issue. Okay? Government has now responded very swiftly. Gachagua made those remarks yesterday, and let's look at what Trade CS Lee Kinyanjui had to say concerning that. This is what Lee Kinyanjui said. Kinyanjui rejected the accusations, pointing out that Gachagua previously served as Ruto's running mate. And that's what Lee had to say. So according to, this is what Lee Kinyanjui asked: how can a leader seek to throw his own country into the deep and merely to score personal revenge? This brand of politics is regressive and dangerous. It reflects raw greed and naivety in handling matters that could have potentially catastrophic consequences. That is according to Lee Kinyanjui. So a lot is happening in the corridors of politics and also not in politics. Breaking news, and this is from, again, breaking news from Manchester United. Breaking news from Manchester United. Amorim sacked by Man United after just 14 months as interim boss named. So that is there. Manchester United have sacked Ruben Amorim after just 14 months in charge. A number of sources have confirmed, of course not myself only. Okay, that's what is happening in the field of sports, and that is it. That's what's happening in the field of sports. Manchester United manager has been sacked, and that is it. Another issue that we want to focus on is Uhuru's involvement in the Azimio la Umoja campaign. What was Uhuru's role in making sure that Azimio agents were paid? What was Uhuru Kenyatta's role? Did Uhuru Kenyatta have a role? That is also something that is making headlines in the whole issue of Raila Odinga's campaign. So a section of ODM members are now, all right, MPs, a section of ODM leaders are now calling, and Junet Mohammed, a section of ODM MPs are now calling for unity, calling for peace, calling for dialogue between Edwin Sifuna and Junet Mohammed, the ODM director of elections. That is what is happening right now. Of course, I'll continue to give you more and more updates as to what is now happening. So this is just a statement. We encourage the party leader to call for an internal splitting session to avoid the ongoing mudfest. It is for this reason that we request our party leader, Dr. Oburu Odinga, to move with speed, convene the party's organs, and help restore public confidence in the party before we begin to hemorrhage members to insignificant political formations. And that is what happened. Probably the MPs were Millie Odhiambo, among others, who are calling for Dr. Oburu to convene a party meeting, internal meeting, so that they can come to an agreement and end a feud or conflicts that is now rocking the Orange Democratic Movement Party. That is what is happening in the field of politics. That is what is happening in the field of politics. That is now what is happening. Anyway, good evening. Good evening. Let me know from your end. How are you doing? Let me know from your end, how are you doing? Personally, I think ODM should just move on. Now that Raila is not there, they should put themselves together. But it happens in bigger parties. It happens in the bigger parties. It happens in bigger parties, especially when the party leader is not there, or there is a change of guard, that the party leader is someone else. It happens. So number one, Oburu Odinga should now concentrate on those who are loyal to him. Oburu Odinga should identify his loyalists. After identifying his loyalists, then he should use that to steer the party. But you see, Oburu Odinga has not identified those who are loyal to him and those who are not loyal. And that one again is costing him. Oburu Odinga should also choose whether he is going to work with William Ruto, and I've said this severally, or is not going to work with William Samuel Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya. Okay. So that is what is happening in this field. Another thing is this. Double Olympic champion. The double Olympic champion Chebet. Chebet is taking maternity leave in 2026. Chebet is taking maternity break for 2026. And by the way, Chebet is married to her coach. Her coach is the owner of the pregnancy. So the 25-year-old world record holder. So after a lot of rumors, finally, Beatrice Chebet will run the most important race of her life, becoming a mother. That is according to our agent who posted it on social media. That is according to our agent. Okay, so Chebet is expectant. Chebet is expecting a baby, according to our manager who shared those amusing news on social media. So that's what is happening in the world of sports. That is what's happening in the world of sports. Let me look at this. Donald Trump has now revealed the next country is capturing after Venezuela. Trump is now going for another country after Venezuela. And remember, yesterday Rigathi Gachagua was urging Trump to consider capturing Kenya. Kenyan leadership or Kenyan government or some people in the government. So Gachagua was urging Trump yesterday to consider capturing some people in government. Others are also saying Trump should capture Uganda. Others are saying Trump should capture Tanzania. So watu walikuwa wanatoa maoni yao pale wakisema Trump aende nchi gani. So according to Donald Trump, he is eyeing to capture Cuba. According to sources, Trump is eyeing to capture Cuba. Lakini Trump pia ni wazimu. Trump, can you imagine? Donald Trump went to a sovereign country like Venezuela, a country which has her military, a country with intelligence, a country which is sovereign, and took their president and took the family of the president because they captured the president and his wife. The president was captured with his wife. The president was captured with his wife, and he took the president to Washington, and they are planning to arraign Maduro in court. In fact, this is heartbreaking. President Maduro of Venezuela has been taken to court. President Maduro of Venezuela has been taken to court as a narco terrorist. So now Maduro faces these charges in court. Maduro is set to face these charges. So Maduro faces charges of narco terrorism and drug trafficking. So he was captured by special U.S. special forces. Are the people who captured him. So Maduro is facing drug and trafficking cases, among others. And that is why I think Rigathi Gachagua was directing and requesting Donald Trump to come to Kenya and capture William Ruto. Interesting times ahead. Maybe if I can just play that clip where Gachagua where Rigathi Gachagua was requesting Donald Trump to capture William Ruto. Rigathi Gachagua appeals to Trump. Gachagua appeal to Trump. Gachagua's appeal to Trump. Gachagua on Minnesota scandal, over the whole issue of Minnesota scandal. Let me just play that clip for you. Let me play the clip for you.
Minnesota, US. Kulikuwa na pesa ya kusaidia people with disability, kusaidia watu wako na challenges. Hiyo pesa yote ikaibiwa ikaletwa hapa Kenya.
Let me just repeat it again, once again.
Pale Minnesota, US. Kulikuwa na pesa ya kusaidia people with disability, kusaidia watu wako na challenges. Hiyo pesa yote ikaibiwa ikaletwa hapa Kenya. Wakanunua mashamba, wakanunua manyumba, wakajenga mall. Sasa Amerika wamejua, wameanza kutafuta hiyo watu. Ingine ndio ilipatiwa rais kufanya kampeni ya UDA. Iko mall moja iko Eastleigh, ilijengwa na hiyo pesa. Huyo mwenye hiyo mall ni business partner ya rais. Mchele ile imeagizwa ndio imalize watu ya Mwea, 500,000 metric tons imepewa huyo mwenye hiyo mall ambaye ilijengwa na hiyo pesa ilitolewa Minnesota. Sasa tunaambia Trump amesema atakuja kuchukua hiyo watu hapa na tunamkaribisha, lakini jana rais ameshinda akifanya mipango vile mahakama itazuia hiyo watu kuchukuliwa. Kuna ile process inaitwa extradition. So rais anapanga wapewe court order, wasiende na mtaona wanapewa court order huyo mwenye hiyo mall, because America wamemumulika. So we asking Donald Trump, please. So we asking Donald Trump, please, don't bother with the extradition process in Kenya. Just do what he did in Venezuela. Yeah? Just said your people with a plane, come and pick that fellow from here, uende umshtaki. Na hiyo pesa irudishwe huko, hiyo mall iuzwe, na huyo mtu awache kutusumbua mambo ya mchele na mambo ya sukari. Because ndio rais anatumia to import.
So the former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua is directing Donald Trump to come and arrest William Ruto over the Minnesota scandal. Money which was supposed to help persons living with disability in Kenya, and the money ended up in people's pockets. And so Gachagua is directing William Samoei Ruto to come and arrest William Ruto. Gachagua is directing Donald Trump to come to Kenya with the US Special Forces and arrest William Ruto, so that William Samoei Ruto, or rather the Kenya government, or those who embezzled that money, can return it to its rightful owner. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Gachagua is now requesting Donald Trump, in fact, is ordering Donald Trump to come and arrest William Samoei Ruto. Let's focus on another thing that is also on the spotlight. Let's delete this. Let's also focus on this. Okay, this is again, this is also why atheists, Kenya president for all atheists in Kenya. This is the president for all atheists. Why the president of all atheists in Kenya was arrested. So the president of all atheists, who are atheists? Atheists are those who don't believe that God created the earth. So the president of these people was arrested by the DCI after some items were discovered in his house. That is what is happening in the corridors of Kenya and other parts of the world. Last but not least, you will pay a big price. You will pay a big price if you don't cooperate with us. Donald Trump issues another chilling warning. Eunice Minayo, Ruto must go. She's saying like that. She's saying Ruto must go. Ruto must go. Yesterday, Gachagua requested Donald Trump to arrest him. So you will pay a big price if you don't cooperate with us, or if you don't cooperate with the US. So Trump issues another chilling warning to a new Venezuelan leader. That is what is happening. That is what is happening right now, and also trending right now. So who is this leader? Who is this leader? Who is this leader? So the interim leader for Venezuela has just been warned. His name is His name is here. Desi Rodriguez. Desi Rodriguez. So that is what is trending this evening. That is what is trending this evening. Okay. Eunice Minai, why do you want Ruto to go? Ruto must go. Why do you want Ruto to go? We nani? Ile pesa ulinipatia umetoa wapi? Ile pesa umenipatia ulitoa wapi?
Nyumbani.
Au yatoa nyumbani? Nika amesema alikuacha pale na 500 yake imepotea.
Danika ndio Mungu.
Si ulikuwa kwa Nick pale?
Tulikuwa watu wawili.
Amesema 500 yake ilipotea. Sasa nimemrudishia ile 500 ulinipea kwa sababu ni kama ulitoa hapa.
Nimesafu. Sio ya baba. Ndio wanagoroka kipe, yanoka dio.
Ulitoa. Si ulikuwa hapo?
Nilikuwa hapo ndio.
Sasa ulikuwa hapo na 500 ikapotea. Ulikuwa hapo na 500 ikapotea.
Vile tulikaa
rais arudi. Unasema rais ni 2 term. Okay? Bro Chipkerui, bro nakuona sana. How are you? Sasa uliwachwa pale, pesa ikapotea.
Yes kaenda ne wantie. Ne wanjaji. Unao video. Tuanaweka na book. Nasoma na pesa ngogaje. Tunoka the box.
Sasa tutajuaje? Wewe enda usolve nini hiyo maneno.
Dongara inji boy mane wanoka nyino page. Dan box no kado.
Mimi nimempea hiyo pesa juu mimi sijui mali nimetoa hiyo pesa. Yaani ulete pesa tutengeneze na hii simu.
Tutengeneze pesa nyingine umempea.
Sio ni pesa yake, uweze enda kwa mtu wewe pesa.
Sijaiba. Tulikuwa hapo watu wawili. Sijaenda kwa hiyo box.
Prince, hi too, how are you? So right now I'm a bit committed. Sasa wewe enda usuluhishi na go and solve that issue. Because Nika amesema pesa alikuwa nayo pale 500 ya customer mwingine alikuwa ameweka hapo kwa nini? and the money is missing and you came with the 500 and probably you got it from there. So how come Ndika Nick? Unajua Nick alikuwa na pesa yako. Nick had your money, si ndio? Nick had your money. So
tukanika donga aya utkasa dika ni. Nimekuja huko alafu nikaenda huko kwa Nick.
Unajua Nick amekuja hapa after umenipea pesa. Nick amekuja hapa immediately after umenipea pesa.
Yes, nikisha kupea pesa. Maana ndio kana si kuweka nini.
So wewe unachukua pesa ya mtu unaniletea. Enda ulete pesa tutengeneze hii simu. Wacha kuchukua pesa ya nani? Si unajua hata kama kuna dini yako kuna vile mtu anakulipa, si ndio? Lakini si unachukua kama
kama chindo wije kumani kede pesa box na tone ni coach tunua video call.
But no we or no you are left yeah you are left inside that. In fact Nick amesema hata vile zilishikana ndio that is how he had put that money vile zilikuwa si kwa nime uncollect uncollect vile that money the way they were arranged the arrangement hata Nick amesema that the way they were arranged hata huyu mzee alikuwa hata huyu jamaa alikuwa hapa inalokona nyaga niko confirm that was how they were. So wacha kuchukua pesa ya wenyewe.
Kwa nini kwa chini mambo pesa? Wacha ni jana kishada yao, ni yao.
Kwa maana kiboni ngitem.
Ngecha aya sama sabiru 10 gari. Simetoka na huko. Nikakuja hapa. Kutoka hapa nikaenda hivi. Emadhi kaitwa
because I only accept pesa yenye ni yako. I don't want to accept money that has come from somewhere alafu nimeletea. Si namna hii. Because it vile umetoka hapa it did not take long.
Niko kwa nini wani gani? Hizi foto pia si ndio? Si nimepita hivi, nikaenda huko nikakuja na pesa nikakuja hivi. Adonjo kabisa muzika ya madonjo tabuka hayo. Tadi kanini. Kadi huko kile.
So ensure you wende huko. Amekaa kadwari kesi. Because aliwawacha hapo na 500 inapotea na 500 ni umeniletea. Hata uliniambia uko na 900. Where did the 900 go? Yet you were supposed to give me 900.
Nilikwambia na 900. Juu zingine nilikuwa naenda kuchukua nyumbani. Alafu nibena bilo ile meda pesa moja. Nibena bilo ile meda pesa moja. Alafu kilo.
Bwana mimi siko hapo. Enda usuluhishe mambo yako na nini because mi pesa nimemrudishia because that money did not come from the right source. Yes guys, I'm sorry for delaying you. I had my client. We were arguing about a small matter, but it's now sorted. It is now sorted. It is now sorted. Cook me some cassava right now. We don't cook cassava here. We don't cook cassava here. What is happening? We are just giving briefs. We are just giving briefs as they happen across the country. So this is also another news. During that event or that juncture when US special forces were capturing Maduro, the Venezuelan president, 32 special forces, 32 Cuban special forces were actually killed. 32. So the US killed 32 special Cuban forces. And I think that is why Donald Trump is now hinting on capturing Cuba. So Cuba is now on the target. Cuba is on the target. I think that's what we are seeing right now. Let's enter into the world of business. Let's enter into the world of business. As a result of that arrest, oil prices fall following seizure of Venezuela's Maduro. Okay, that is right there. That is right there. Justin, is this still? Yo, how are you? I hope you are fine. CS Joho to lead Raila Odinga birthday commemoration. CS Joho to lead Raila Odinga birthday commemoration. So this is Justin. I'm live from Kenya. Mining Cabinet Secretary Hassan Joho has announced plans to lead a public commemoration marking the birthday of former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. That is what is happening in the so-called line of politics. So Raila was born on around 7th of January, and Hassan Joho is now going to lead a section of ODM leaders in the commemoration of his birthday. What country are you from? Mary Cloud. Mary Cloud, I can see you. I'm from Kenya. How about you? You can also tell us from where you are watching this particular live. So these are updates. Hassan Joho used to be Raila Amolo Odinga's staunch supporter, loyalist, and follower. So how do you do now if a politic is good or bad? Oh, I don't understand the question. Canada. You are watching live from Canada. Thank you so much. Still. Hello too. Okay, Mary is coming from Canada. We are very happy to receive viewers from Canada. This is amazing. The other time, Bosim, I am from USA, Alabama. Thank you so much. We are all the way from America. You have my regards. Thank you so much. All the way from Canada, you have my regards. Thank you so much. We are you are a politic. Yes, I am all round. I am a politic. I am everything. I like sports. I like politics. I like business. I like entertainment. I like everything. Kisumu family needs over 1.5 million to address rare spinal deformity in their 10-month-old baby. So that is also something that is there in the whole saga. Do you like Ruto? That is a very tough question. Do you like Ruto? That is a tough question. Ruto is the president. That is what I'll say for now. Ruto is the president. Yes, Minecraft, Ruto is the president. That is what I'll say as we head on. Hello too, how are you? Good evening. A very tough question. Someone has just asked me here that do you like Ruto? That do I like Ruto? That is a very tough question. Number one, Ruto is the president of the Republic of Kenya. Jakomna ngobera inya. Ruto is the president of Kenya. Ruto is the one in power. Whether I like Ruto or not, I don't know. I don't know if I like Ruto or hate Ruto. But what I can confirm, Ruto is the president of Kenya. Last but not least, Ruto announces January listing of Kenya Pipeline shares on National Stock Exchange, invites Kenyans to invest. The time is 6:27. Yes, you are right. How do you know yet you are not in Kenya? I am streaming live from Kenya, Homa Bay County, Sindo, a very small village for that matter. I am in my village streaming live, and I'm very happy watching you guys streaming from tuning in from Canada, from America, from Nairobi, from Machakos, from whichever places. I'm very proud. I'm very proud. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of you people, very proud. Governor of Bungoma, Ken Lusaka, telling workers, gossip will not be allowed. Don't use shortcuts. That is Bungoma Governor Ken Lusaka to workers that don't use shortcut. Gossip will not be allowed. I'm back. Thank you so much for being back. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. Regular life. Hello. How are you?
Alpha. Where?
Justin, ODM Senator slums members who are blaming Uhuru. That is probably Edwin Sifuna. That is probably Edwin Sifuna. Okay. So guys, I think my time is up. Let's again meet some other time. Let's meet next time. Until next time, guys, I'm very happy. Let me just make quick shouts. Jafet Kanda, let me just make quick shouts to people who have tuned in, friends who have tuned in. Prince, I can see you. Thank you so much. P3, Minecraft, Stealth, Josephine, Chipkirui, Mari, among many people who have tuned in to watch this live. Thank you so much. Good luck too. Thank you so much. Mari Cloud from Canada, thank you so much all the way. I will be back next time. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. Can I stay longer? Can I stay longer? Let me get to know. Can I stay longer? Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for holding my hand. It is because of you that this channel is where it is. It is because of you that this channel has crossed miles. So I stay a bit, okay. I'll maybe probably 2 minutes or so. Maybe probably 10 minutes or so. Will 10 minutes be enough? Let me know. Let me go to another sector. Yes, please don't leave. Probably I'll take like 10 minutes. I'll take like 10 minutes. I'll take like 10 minutes before I leave. Yeah, 10 minutes is enough. Japhet Kanda, where are you watching this live from? Okay, thank you so much. From which part of Kenya? Which part of Kenya, so that we can get to know. So I'm gonna play Edwin Sifuna's sound. And according to Edwin Sifuna, Junet Mohammed bungled the 2022 general elections where Raila lost to William Ruto. Junet Mohammed bungled the 2022 general elections, an election which Raila Odinga lost to William Samoei Ruto, the current president or the incumbent president. Let's play this sound.
Hakuna mtu ambaye ana uwezo ya kunifukuza ndani ya chama cha ODM. Wewe tulia tu. Sisi Waluya tunasema mkienda kuwinda mnyama ambaye amekuwa akikula kondoo, anakula kuku yako, amwendi wote kwa laini moja namna hii. Sijui kama mnanielewa. Mnanielewa? Wewe ingilia hii pande, akifikiria ni wewe, anasikia amepigwa mshale ya kifua. Anasikia mwingine amemshika shingo, mwingine amemshika mguu, kidogo kidogo fisi wapi? Chini. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka mkae ngangani. Sisi ndani ya ODM tunaamini kile kitu baba alituambia. Hakuna siku baba alituambia tuunge mkono William Ruto 2027. Hakuna. Na kwa sababu watu wamekuwa wakisema ile vitu baba aliwaambia, hii mwaka hata mimi nataka kusema ile vitu baba aliniambia. Baba aliniambia Kasongo 2027 home. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki. Mheshimiwa Gachagua, hakuna mtu ambaye ana uwezo.
So that is Edwin Sifuna. That is what is causing jitters in ODM, and a section of ODM officials are blaming Edwin Sifuna. And according to Edwin Sifuna, Raila told him that Ruto must go home. Let me look at Edwin Sifuna with Junet Mohammed. Edwin Sifuna with Junet Mohammed. Edwin Sifuna on Junet Mohammed. And then we listen in. Edwin Sifuna on Junet Mohammed. Edwin Sifuna on Junet Mohammed. Edwin Sifuna on Junet Mohammed. Let's listen in.
Kuna mshenzi mmoja ametambua kwamba kuna ubaya ya pesa ya Uhuru Kenyatta. Nataka niulize Junet. Wewe Junet, pesa ya Uhuru ilianza kuwa mbaya siku gani? Siku ile ulikuwa unachukua hiyo pesa.
So, did Junet eat Uhuru's money? Did Junet eat money which was meant to pay Azimio agents in the 2022 general elections? Did Junet? And Sifuna anamuita mshenzi. Sifuna is actually calling him mshenzi. Kuna mshenzi mmoja. I'm going to play this sound again.
Hata yote hukuleta kwa chama. Ingine ulikula peke yako na mabibi yako. Siku ile tutaanza audit ya uchaguzi wa mwaka 2022. Ni vizuri umeanzisha hiyo debate, kila mtu aseme ile kazi alifanya 2022. Wewe ulikuwa unakula pesa ya Uhuru, badala ulipe agents, ukaacha hawa kina Wamunyoro wakatupiga 10 nil. Saa hii tunalia huko nje. Kama sio wewe Junet, tungekuwa kwa serikali. So mimi huwezi nitisha bwana.
Kama sio wewe Junet, Sifuna is Edwin Sifuna, the ODM SG is telling Junet that if it was not you Junet, we in ODM could have been in government. Kuna ka ukweli ama kuna ka uongo? Kuna ka ukweli hapa ama kuna ka uongo? Je, kuna ka ukweli kwamba Junet alikula pesa ya maagent ile Uhuru Kenyatta alitoa? The alleged money that Uhuru Kenyatta released to be given or to be paid to election agents meant for Azimio la Umoja. An election which Raila Odinga lost to William Samoei Ruto. That is what is there. So there are a lot of confusion in ODM and blame game. Sifuna is blaming Junet. Junet is blaming Uhuru. Uhuru allies are blaming Junet. Which is which, bwana? Which is which? Which is which? Okay, let me also get to the bottom of this. This is just in. Transport workers issue government with 3 demands after tragic road accidents. Transport workers issues government with 3 demands after tragic road accidents. And the way accidents are now happening across the country, very rampant. The government needs to do something to curb road accidents. The government needs to do something to curb road accidents. We should not be losing Kenyans in road accidents every day. Every day. The government must do something on road accidents. Lazima gava ifanye kitu. Lazima gava ifanye kitu. Lazima gava ifanye kitu bwana. Hatuwezi kuwa tunapoteza watu kwa ajali ya barabara. Serikali lazima ifanye juu chini kuhakikisha accidents na majali zimefanya nini? Zimepungua. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that my time is up. I had told you I was rushing to a certain issue, and of course it is collecting the information so that if I come here before you, I'm able to give you sounding and convincing news. So that is it. That is what is trending in the 254 and of course other parts of the world. Once again, it is my pleasure to thank you, to always want the best for you, always ensure that you people win. It is because of you that this channel has reached where it is. Without you, this channel could not reach or could not be where it is today. It is because of you. It is because of your concern, because of your efforts, because of your time and dedication that this channel is able to reach where it is. So I owe my allegiance. I owe my allegiance to you. I owe my whole allegiance to you. And that is it. And that is amazing and pleasant and pleasant and pleasant. What have I not focused on this evening? What have I not focused on this evening? What have I not focused on in this evening?
Alpha.
What have I not focused on this evening? as I wind up, this is what Gachagua also talked about yesterday, that stop talking about Singapore. Gachagua told William Ruto, stop talking about Singapore. Stop talking about Singapore. Stop talking about Singapore. That is what Gachagua told William Ruto. Na nimesema, I've said it again and again, Kenya cannot be like Singapore. And you see, in 1965, Singapore was kicked out of Malaysia. They were forced out of Malaysia. Initially, Singapore and Malaysia were one country, like Kenya and Mombasa. Okay, let's say Mombasa is kicked out. Mombasa is, let's say Mombasa, because I want you to understand. I want you to understand. So let's say Mombasa is forced out of Kenya. All right? Let's say Mombasa is forced out of Kenya. I want you to understand. And Mombasa is forced out of Kenya with no army and no military. So that is what happened to Singapore. They were forced. Singapore was forced out of Malaysia with no military, with nothing, and they rose. So that is why I'm saying there is no way Kenya can be like Singapore. Kenya cannot be like Singapore. Number one, Singapore savings was mandatory for everybody, for all workers, leave alone civil servants. Savings was mandatory in Singapore. In Kenya, savings is not mandatory. In Singapore, racial integration was, okay, national integration. Racial integration was forced. In Kenya, even national integration cannot be achieved. It is tribalism and ethnicity all over. So Kenya, being like Singapore, needs a tough leader. So if William Ruto can be tough, can issue tough measures, then Kenya can be like Singapore. In Singapore, corruption is punishable by a death penalty. In Kenya, corrupt people vie for elective seats. In Kenya, corrupt people vie for presidency. If you want to be a leader in Kenya, you have to be corrupt. The Kenyans elect thieves. I'll say that. Kenyans elect thieves. So as I wind up, Kenya cannot be like Singapore. I support Gachagua there. I support Rigathi Gachagua on that issue. I support Rigathi Gachagua on that issue. I think that's what I have for now. I think that is what I have for now. I think I'm ending like that. I want to thank each and every person who has participated in this particular session that we've had. Thank you so much for supporting. By the way, you have been very supportive. Thank you so much for being supportive and ensuring that this channel has reached far. Once again, let me make quick shouts. Regular Live, thank you so much for being my top fan. Carl, thank you so much for being my top fan. Marky, thank you so much. And many others who have joined and had joined this live and also left because of having one issue and or the other. Thank you so much. Let us meet again. Until next time, my name is Moses Otieno. Thank you, bye, and see you later. See you again.